Welcome to the Through the Table podcast with Tom, Rick, Russ, JL, and Brock.
Welcome back to part 3 of Through the Table podcast number 20.
Actually just changed hands too this weekend.
Yes.
Well, last weekend.
Yeah, it did. Mm-hmm.
Alex Shelley.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Who I guess isn't with Impact anymore.
No, he quit Impact.
I think, like once COVID, I think, because he said something. I remember him saying something
He's a first response. He works in a hospital.
Yep.
He's a nurse or nurse aide or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And he said until everything's like more settled, he said, I can't risk my job going to wrestling every time, what even if it was once a month.
Right.
And his contract ran out and we said, we'll talk about it at some point later. But I think because all the signings they have coming up, that they're just going separate ways. He's good hands still. I mean, retired, a few years ago?
Yeah. He was like a personal
again,
trainer or something, or a physical therapist. It was one of those. And,
right.
Was left for a while. But
Mm-hmm.
he definitely, what was it? It was like right before he came in, teamed with Kushida on NXT. He started doing a couple of dates back and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Almost the same as what was his name? Eric Stevens. He kind of came back for a bit, did one last run, and then COVID kind of crapped on that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So how is the new NXT, by the way? I haven't seen it yet.
It's god awful.
I saw the first week and I couldn't get through the whole show. It was so bad.
Someone on another podcast I listened to likened it, and it's dead on. It's basically the same format as Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, like the old like 1985 TV.
It's funny.
Not like the Netflix one, but like actual Glow.
Yeah.
They call it NXT 2-point Glow.
It's just
because nobody watches it.
No.
Nope. So they had this match, and it was this guy. His name is Grayson Waller.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he debuted like 3 weeks ago, and he literally came out with Drake Maverick.
Yeah.
It was like Drake Maverick's like buddy.
Okay.
And everyone was supposed to just know who he was.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Then the next week he comes out and he's like, "Oh, I'm in extreme sports. I parachute and bungee jump and all this crap," right? So it's like, okay. And then this week he comes out and he's wearing like Mark Merrow, like marvelous Mark Merrow gear, like boxer, the boxer's shorts.
Yeah, sure.
And he's just like, then they had like the little window picture-in-picture interview, and he's like, "Some might notice my gear and think it's a little strange. Well, I'm a Golden Gloves boxer," and it's like you were a parachute guy last week, you know what I mean, and now you're a Golden Gloves boxer, and then he wrestles Duke Hudson,
who's that guy?
Is apparently a poker player.
Oh, okay, yeah, the poker.
Oh,
player.
yeah, I've heard about him.
And it's just like, so it's like Glow. They all have gimmicks now.
And then isn't there like a professor or some teacher guy?
Andre Chase. He was one of the Bravado brothers in Ring of Honor.
Okay, all right.
And now he's a school teacher that loses all the time.
I bet if I saw the faces, I'd know their indie names.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you their WWE names. It's like they're all so bad.
And then they put they got the vignette for the Usos' brother.
I heard they changed his name too.
Solo Sikoa or something like that. And
he's just make him
him like you get Jimmy J and what Jamal Uso. Why not?
Yeah.
Like
why couldn't you call him an Uso?
He looks exactly. They're gonna have to change his whole look because he looks exactly like his brothers.
Right. Exactly.
You wouldn't be able to if he just showed up as like if they did one of those oh, what the heck? There's a third brother from under the ring or something. Like they could easily do that, you know?
Yep. Nope,
They're going to have to change him completely. I don't know what they're going to do.
He's Solo Sokoa, the street champion of the islands, is what they called him.
God.
So
God.
he's an MMA fighter from Samoa.
Someone made a turd.
But last week they had another MMA fighter, but he was from New Zealand. So I don't know if it's too.
Oh, they're gonna have a feud.
It's oh my god, it's so bad, so bad.
Then I saw they're gonna change Cameron Grimes' gimmick because Vince doesn't like it.
Yeah, actually, the Grayson Waller, the Drake Maverick's friend, extreme volleyball parachute boxer guy.
Yeah,
he was showing Cameron Grimes how to use Tinder on NXT.
Boy.
I'm not even joking.
Wow.
I'm not even joking.
Oh goodness.
So yeah, they're using Tinder and stuff.
The only clip I saw was when Gacy was outside of the ring with Tommaso, and then Parker Goudreau's character came out there.
Oh yeah, and he just like caressed his face,
and then he like touched it with the back of his hand. That was the weirdest. That was just odd. I don't even get it.
It's all bad. It's all just so bad.
I saw that one part and I go, I don't even want to watch anything else. I'm done.
then there's the Tony D'Angelo.
Yep.
He had somebody in the trunk this week. So it's just they're just
so waiting for Tony DeVito to come out as his partner there.
Something, yeah. He looks just like him.
Does he?
I think so, yeah. He definitely could have been a Baldy at some point.
H.G. Loke.
It's bad.
Mean, the demos were terrible. The ratings was super low. The demo was 0.15, which is like no one's watching.
No, I like it.
Why would you?
It's like I'll put it on every now and again just to see what's happening, and then I watch it and I'm like, this is awful, and
you wonder why someone like Gargano wants to leave, you know.
Well, they just kind of wrote him off, like he's
non-existent anymore.
Non-existent. They Candace is pregnant.
Yeah.
And Gargano's gone. Literally, they got Indy with some other girl. Apparently, there's another girl that they signed from New Zealand that's actually like her. Like, I guess it's they are like what the Iconics were to Australia.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the kind of like that's the only way I could put it. So it's I guess they're like friends in like real life or whatever. But
all right,
she's been teaming with her, and there's just no mention of Candice LeRae or Johnny Gargano since they did that
wedding thing.
Yep.
Or when he was in the room spying on him or something.
Yeah, it was like the next week they did the honeymoon, and then just that was it, and they haven't been seen from since.
Maybe they disappeared. Maybe they walked away.
They should.
We're like,
if they were smart.
Yeah.
I think Kansas's contract's like another year or so.
She'll be out with the baby, so I'm not really worried about that.
She could just say she's retired,
but knowing them, like just so she won't sign with AEW, they'll hold her for that year.
Oh yeah,
kind of like
sure.
They did that with what's his face.
They'll freeze the contract and make her work that full year out, no matter when she's ready to come back.
Right.
It's 9 months from now. All right, well you got another year left because they can do that.
Yeah, because they did that with Jeff Hardy, and then they did that with
Sami
one
Zayn,
of the
like 15 times.
The revival guys. Yeah.
Yep.
Did they do it with Bray?
I believe so. At least a portion of Bray. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Sami Zayn was put on. I was frozen like 3 times because of his shoulder operations and all that. Yeah, he should have been like gone like a year ago.
See, that's wild to me that it's like they can freeze it, but they can also just end it at any time.
Yep.
Just whatever they feel like doing.
Pretty much.
And it just, you know what I mean? Like that. Why? Like just that right there. Just there's just no need for it. There's no need for that much. You don't have to be a dink. You know what I mean? Just
just let him go.
Like, yeah.
If you're not going to use them, what's the point?
Right.
I guess they now let you, if you want to leave and not sit out the 90 days, you can ask them and they'll grant your release with no time to serve off. But if you want to just figure out your next moves, then you get your 90 days.
Right.
I think there's a pay requirement. Like you can't get paid. There's something like that. Like I read something like that. Like there's a pay clause in which you can work anywhere but wrestling, but as long as you don't get paid,
Like an
you can do
autograph
it.
or like doing autograph signing or something.
You could do like autographs, I think, or something, but you
Mhm.
can't show up.
I don't know.
I don't quote
I
me
know
on that.
I know it's wrestling for sure, but I don't know about any, like if you.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
read something about a pay.
Like I know it's like a lot of those, like for instance, Cabana, when he got released
Yeah,
and he showed up in PWG like literally the next day.
yep, because he said he
Yeah.
didn't want to, he didn't want the 90 days.
Oh, see, I
He
thought,
waived it.
because I thought there was also possibilities where it's like as long as you're not on TV,
Yeah,
like working, you know what I mean? Like so, like
Back
PWG,
then, yeah,
he could
probably
work it
right,
because
yeah.
their DVDs come out once every
That's true.
18 months.
Mhm. Yeah, right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So it's like
The
So-
2015 shows are available now.
it's
You're
that's-
probably right with PWG because they didn't care about them. But I think he said on one of his podcasts though that he had some stipulation in there, and he was able to get out after like 7 days, and he could
Huh.
work anywhere he wanted to, because they weren't going to let him go to go work with Noah.
okay.
They said no, you can't do that, and something in his contract he was able to get out of it. So I don't know. Maybe there's a few days you have to give him or something.
Right.
I'd love
I
to
know.
hear more about these contracts for WWE. like,
John
how-
Laurinaitis said if you give him a call, he'll just let you out immediately now. They don't want to pay it if they don't have to.
Right.
Because they go, if we're not going to use you right now, they don't care. They just want to get rid of that money.
But like
Am I-
the other, like my thing too, though, is like, all right, then there's they'll buy out your 90 days or whatever it is, or waive it or
Yeah,
whatever.
you
but-
waive it, and then they'll sign off on it.
Right. But like, say Ricochet, you know what I mean, who's just getting jobbed out week after week, losing to Xavier Woods on Raw.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Sure.
and it's just, if he asked for his release right now, why wouldn't you just give it to him?
I don't
You know
see
what I
why
mean?
they
Like-
wouldn't.
Right. But they that's for some reason they won't grant releases.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But it's
At certain people they will, and certain people they won't. It's kind of weird.
I almost feel like it's the ones that they know will end up in AEW are the ones that they won't grant the releases to.
Yeah.
Like when FTR was trying to get out for a
Right.
while.
That's for sure. Yeah.
They were just
Mhm.
like, no, because we know exactly where you guys are going to end
Yeah,
up,
right,
and that
right,
we don't
sure.
want that.
Yeah.
Same with like you said, they added a couple, like they froze contracts like Jeff Hardy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he could easily debuted with Matt on that episode of Dynamite, but they were like, nope, you still owe us another 9 months because
Yep.
you were out for last year.
And then for some reason he re-signed with them.
Makes no sense.
And now he's like running after the 24 title.
That's the most prestigious belt in the company history. Bad
Yeah.
Bunny held it.
Yeah.
Wrestler of the year.
Rob Gronkowski had it. Kane
Wrestler
had
of
it.
the a couple of years ago.
I have that Rob Gronkowski figure where he won.
Oh,
the
really?
belt. Yeah, I
nice.
was like, I'm definitely buying this.
That's awesome.
Ridiculous.
I was gonna get it, but then I was like, nah. Even I was like, nah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Part of me was like, no, but then part of me was like, nah, I'm buying this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I saw those elite ones there, the Hollywood elites there with Cena
Yeah.
from Fast and the Furious and The
Oh, those are
Rock
terrible.
and
I
Roddy
want the Piper one.
I
I want
haven't,
the
seen, I
Piper.
haven't
looking
seen
for
Piper.
too.
They had like 15 of the John Cena ones at Walmart yesterday. I was like, what? Oh,
They're like,
No
hey, you
Piper.
want this really plain toy? Here you go.
right. Some kid will get it.
20
That's not his
bucks.
outfit.
They should have done the 18 John Cena from the music video.
And as I said, in my area, for some reason, they're just swamped with AEW figures now. Like I can't go to a store and not see one.
Which is
I
weird.
barely see them on the shelves.
I wasn't able to say up to about a month ago. Nothing. Now it's like every time I go, they have like 5 or 6 different figures there. It's crazy.
There's
Target's
a
having
guy.
like crazy. Walmart, I finally saw him there for the second time. I was like, what?
There's a guy in my area who buys them all and sells them in the
Interesting,
shop.
yeah.
So he has
Mhm.
ton of Rio.
Uh-huh. I could get them and then drop them on eBay for like $30, but
It's almost
Whatever.
not. It's not even worth it.
Not
now.
worth it anymore.
not now. No.
Like when I
If
like
I
when
saw
I-
like a Brandy figure when they first came out or something, where
Oh,
those
yeah.
are super hard to find, I would have
Right.
probably grabbed that. But obviously, if I see a one of the special ones, yeah.
like like when I work Comic Cons and stuff like that, I'll get just figures that I know are kind of hard to find or whatever, and
Yep.
you know,
Sure.
but even that, it's like just to even make it worth my while, it's like they're $22 at Target,
Yeah.
and then I gotta, you know, I'm not gonna put a $30 price tag on. I'm not just gonna make $8 off it.
Right.
So you know what I mean? But
People know what they're worth.
right. So like that's the thing. I'll buy like you know, like if I see like an Orange Cassidy in the store, I know
Oh yeah.
I'll buy him. Like
Yeah.
I just bought you know, Pentagon, just because I know, you know what I mean? Like he's very,
Right.
like, even if you don't know who he is, he's still a cool looking toy.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
for
maybe
sure.
somebody would, you know,
Yep. Mhm.
but yeah, that's they're just super hard to find.
They
It's
are.
kind of crazy
Mhm.
how much, and um what was it? You know, Teddy Goods.
Yeah. Yeah.
He owns a toy store in New Bedford,
Oh, okay.
and he's always posting like pictures of his, you know, oh, new stock in, and it's like,
Mhm.
you know, check out these AEW figures, $45 a
Oh,
piece, and
geez.
I
it's just-
saw, not to interrupt,
No, no,
Nope,
that's go
nope.
ahead.
I saw at the Comic Con, they were selling one set of AEW Series 5 or something, $350.
Oh,
And I went, are you kidding me?
that's crazy.
And I was like, can you break up the set? Like
Oh, of course not.
I wasn't too,
No,
he was
no.
like, oh,
No.
you
Oh,
have,
no.
you have to get the whole case. I'm like, I don't understand how you're making money.
Unless
Yeah.
there's chases in there, then it's not worth that.
Right.
Yeah, there were no chases.
Because a
There's-
chase you can get like $100 for because they're very hard to find still.
Right. Especially the early ones.
Oh yeah, the first couple of series, like I don't know.
But there's a store in Billerica, and like I went in there one day, and they have like they're pretty up to date on their wrestling figures.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, you know, oh, Orange Cassidy, you know, maybe I'll buy it and see if I can flip it at a Comic Con.
Yeah.
It's like I look at the price, the dude's asking $70 for it.
Oof.
And it's like, how can you put that price tag on anything?
I don't know.
$70. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't
Yeah,
believe it.
I'm stunned.
If I had a store like that, I'd be selling them for say make $3 a figure. I'd be happy.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if you
Well,
can get it from
Ringside sells them.
for what,
Ringside
about
sells them for
25,
like
right?
what? 25?
25, yeah.
And then you pay
And then
for
you
shipping.
can- And then yeah, if you get the whole set, you get the free ship.
Yeah.
And we're plugging them tonight.
I don't have any codes though.
Yeah, where's our
no codes.
codes?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to contact Ringside and get a code.
Maybe one day.
Okay, we have 21 followers.
21 now? Nice.
Maybe.
I think we got a new one today then.
I'll say we got that secret one that always gives us thumbs downs.
Oh, we know who that is. Oh, wild.
But yeah, so trying to think what else happened this weekend in wrestling.
Because no, well, in the NWA,
Oh yeah, you got your
I can tell you a
NWA
little-
news.
Oh,
I can tell you that Strictly Business is no more.
Oh no.
who is
Or-
Strictly Business?
That Nick Aldis, Camille, Chris Masters, Tom Latimer, who might come up later, and
It's like half the roster. The one group is half the roster.
yeah, it's like
Jesus.
4 or 5 guys. It's like the horsemen of their, because they're Strictly Business.
I think of like 12 other people though in the federation though.
Yeah,
It's like everybody but Trevor Murdoch.
yeah. Trevor
and
Murdoch
Tyrus.
stands alone. Oh, I can't stand Trevor.
Tyrus.
But
Every time
anyway.
I'm at the gym, I see him on Fox News with the freaking title belt.
Yeah.
He looks like such an idiot. Idiot.
Look, yeah, I
Look
know
at my
money.
belt. Look at me. I'm on Fox News.
Yeah, he's
Ugh.
not the best.
And on the graphic says Tyrus, NWA World's TV Champion or whatever he is.
And,
it's
you know
like,
who's giving us the thumbs
Oh.
down?
who's that?
Tyrus.
Now he probably is.
Right? Maybe.
Now I'd
He
be
used-
okay if he does. That's fine.
He used to follow me on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for some whatever reason.
Oh,
And he's
Uh,
giving us a big thumbs down.
somebody does, and it's 2 seconds after the video post, so there's no way they could watch any of it.
Oh, it's me. I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably Jason.
No, it's not Jason.
There's not an
I can
eagle on
confirm that because
not until I have that belt. Then he can. do
until
the
you have
thumbs
that,
up.
but then it won't be him.
That'll be the
Oh.
thumbnail.
He did respond, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah. I would just hold the belt out.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be amazing.
Thank you for tuning into part 3 of Through the Table podcast number 20. Part 4 will be available shortly.